Good evening, morning, noon, or night. 'Tis I, your host, Mask Delight. And this is Metroid Fusion, specifically a Metroid Fusion Randomizer. Instead of the linear progression of sectors and items we'd normally get in the game, our objective is to scavenge the entire sector, the entire station, for various items to increase the places we can go, and ultimately find missiles, the charge beam, the plasma beam, in a way to unlock level 4 security doors. Once we have done all of that, we have the ability to beat the game. So our first objective is the same as always, to reach the Sector 0 data room. It will hold our first item. Now there are 5 items in my settings, as usual. There's Morph Ball, which it can normally be. That's the main progression item we're looking for. But it can also be a form of missiles, which would allow us to go fight Arachnus. And get some extra items before finding the Morph Ball and heading off to the sectors and the rest of the game. So we usually hope for missiles. They're very useful, but Morph Ball can be a fun start too. Ooh, but we don't hope for diffusion missiles. Diffusion missiles do roughly half the amount of damage as normal missiles. So it takes twice as many missiles to do anything we'd normally do with normal missiles. That includes fighting bosses and breaking down missile barricades like this guy. I have to pump 6 shots into him because it would normally take 3 with normal missiles, but we have diffusion missiles. So as I mentioned earlier, our next objective is to find the Morph Ball, which we have done. So now we're trying to get out of this sector by picking up a few more items and exiting. The only way to go is forward, because we just fell down a big hole. And we got the wide beam. It widens the beam dramatically. It gives you 3 projectiles instead of 1, increases your damage and your reach. Makes it a lot easier to hit things and enemies. So this door is going to take 5 missiles because we have diffusion missiles. Thankfully it's being nice. That was a very smooth eyeball door. Going to E-Tank, okay. And super missiles, excellent. Super missiles do 2 times damage to normal missiles, and missile damage in this randomizer stacks. So now that we have super missiles and diffusion missiles, we do 2.5 times approximately missile damage. So now we went from having the worst missiles in the game to having some of the best missiles in the game. Look at that, it took down Arachnus in just a few hits. And it'll take only 2 shots for the core instead of the normal 3. So that was Sector 0. We found the Morph Ball, which is what we need to morph into a ball and fit into small spaces. So now we can go to the rest of the game. Whoops! I completely skipped over an item. Not even thinking about it. There is an item in this little crawl space here. It's just a power bomb tank. I will take it just in case. Power bombs are a more powerful version of bombs, but they have a capacity. That power bomb tank increases the capacity of power bombs. Alright, that's an item, so we'll be back here when we have the speed booster. But for now, we're down to the sectors. And what sector are we going to start with? We're going to start with Sector 1. Normally the first sector you go to in the game. We only have options Sector 1. We only have the option to go to Sector 1 and Sector 3. The rest are locked behind level 1 security doors. And then there are 2 more sectors after that locked behind level 2 security doors. So our next objective is pretty much to unlock the security doors, which, since we don't have access to 2, which has the level 1 security door, we're going to have to do that in Sector 3, which has the level 2 security door. Unlocking level 2 security door will unlock the level 1 security doors as well. In order to go through 3, we're going to need the jump ball / bombs and the speed booster. And there's the speed booster, so now we just need jump ball or bombs. Jump ball and power bombs, or regular bombs, rather, I should say. So more likely we're going to get regular bombs, but we'll see. There could also be the chance that we get the Varia suit and have to pick up regular bombs in 3. Doing a bit of a trick, you can get an item early, doing this Shine Spark. It was just a missile tank. There's also an item in this lava dive. I will check it. It's just missiles. That wasted a lot of health for nothing. But it's fine. I have enough health to continue with the game. Now we never have to come back to this room. We've checked all 3 items. Okay, we got through that. If I find a save point, I probably will take it. Just because we're a little bit low on resources. Going to get some extra health real quick. Those were a ton of missiles. This is surprisingly often an item. I really can't overstate how often this is an item. Look, it is the Varia suit. So the bombs are probably hidden in Sector 3. But we still got some items to clear out in Sector 1 first. Having the speed booster makes this section a lot easier. You can just Shine Spark up there. Shine Spark is a hidden technique, but one that is required to 100% the game. It existed in the older Metroid games as an actual secret technique, and you didn't need 100% the game. But in Metroid Fusion it is required, that along with wall jumps. Technically wall jumps aren't required. You can come back when you have the space jump. Alright, there we go. This should take 1 or 2 shots. Yeah, 2 shots. With regular super missiles, it would only take 1, but we only have super missiles and diffusion missiles, so we're just shy of enough damage to do it in 1 hit, I believe. Now we're heading back here because there's an item you can get by using the Shine Spark. It's a little bit tricky, but I hope that I can get first try. There we go. It's an E-tank. I'll take more E-tanks. There's another item we can get in this vicinity, but we can't get it without the gravity suit. So we're going to skip it completely. We can't even check to see what it is without... oh, we have the fusion missile, so I could check to see what it is. This is also surprisingly often an item. Not as much as the first time I said was surprisingly often an item, but it is surprisingly often an item. High jump and jump ball. Now we just need power bombs or regular bombs, and we can go to Sector 3. But first, I am going to check to see what this is. It's probably nothing, but if it is something, I'd like to know, because I'll have to come back for it. Essentially, you'd have to charge up a speed booster, store a shine spark, kill this guy, and then use your speed booster shine spark to fly up that way. However, since we don't have gravity suit, we don't have enough time to move to the water and do that, because we move slowly in the water. So instead, I'm just going to use the fusion missiles to destroy the block and check to see what item it is. It's just a power bomb tank. So nothing we will miss. There's a nice little damage boost you can do here. Ordinarily you have to go down and around and shoot through that little hole. But we can just damage boost to do it a little bit quicker. Use our invincibility frames to basically put our missile launcher inside the active hitbox of the atmospheric stabilizer core and shoot it point blank. Alright, Sector 1's officially done. We've gotten all the items we can get. I won't save, I'll save when I leave. So now there's still an item we can get in Sector 3, which is probably a form of bombs. Either power bombs or regular bombs. What was this item up here? I forget. I do too many runs of this to remember what this item is. It is something we had to come back for. Good thing I checked. There we go, regular bombs. Now we can deal with Sector 3. So Sector 3 is usually the fourth sector you go to in the game. The, what is the boss here? There's actually two bosses. The security robot and the wide beam core. We will usually be skipping the wide beam core, and the security robot doesn't technically give you any items, but it does unlock a data room, which does give you an item. Hey, regular missiles. Our missiles are now slightly more powerful. There's another secret, come back later. You're not supposed to have the Shine Spark this early in the game, so usually you have to come back much later in the game to pick up that item up there. We're not going to pick it up, it's just a power bomb tank. So this is a heated room that we're dashing through right now. If we didn't have the Varia suit, we take constant damage going through it. Now, it's not that big an issue for that room. I do have damage runs turned off, so the game doesn't expect me to have to do stuff like run through heated rooms without the Varia suit in order to get progression items. Oh, power bombs. Whoops. I jumped too soon. This is why we need bombs. There's a bombable block there that we need to access level 2 security doors. And now, fortunately, since we have these level 2 security doors unlocked, not only are green hatches active, but also blue hatches are also active. So now we can go to any sector in the game we want. But for now, we're going to clear out Sector 3. There's a few more items to get. We're basically on the hunt now that we have the level 2 security room. We're basically on the hunt for the stuff to beat the game. Charge beam, plasma beam, gravity suit. Those are the last 3 items we need to beat the game. That's just missiles. I do not need. There's 2 more items hidden in a secret room over to the right here. You need ice and oh wait. No, I don't have ice missiles. Because we have diffusion missiles, we have to do this a little bit different. We can't directly shoot the enemies. We have to kind of shoot the walls and ceiling and use the diffusion part of the missiles to freeze the enemy. They were just 2 power bomb tanks. Nothing special. Now off to the left is the wide beam core. I usually skip it because it's pretty far out of the way. I'm going to do a safety save because I don't have many missiles. So if I miss too many shots in the next boss fight, I won't have anything to take it down with because I don't have the charge beam. I'll actually take these missiles just because I'm scared of having not enough missiles. Okay, now off to the security robot. The security robot usually guards the way out of Sector 3 once you get super missiles. We already have super missiles, so this is going to be a piece of cake. There it goes. Simply done. Yeah, he still has a hitbox even when he's retreating like that. No, it's just a missile tank. There are 3 more items we can get in 3, so don't worry. There's still some chances. And then there are other sectors to check out. There's just a power bomb tank. Power bomb tank and missiles. So I don't know if there's any actual items in Sector 3. I think we got regular missiles at some point. I can't remember where. But that was Sector 3. Now we can go to Sector 2 next. Sector 2, then Sector 4, then Sector 6, and Sector 5 probably. Item back here that you need bombs for. It's an E-tank, I will take it. More health, more good. I'm gonna check this item early. These key hunters take, I believe, it's taking 2 missiles each. Oh, it is an item. Ice beam. Our beam now freezes enemies. It's not bad. It's actually, I do like, this is probably my favorite part of the randomizer, the fact that you can use Ice Beam. Normally you get Ice Beam at the very end of the game, right before the final boss. But now we get to play with it pretty early into the run. So now we're just going to do a loop through Sector 2 and pick up all the items we can get. See if we can't find the charge beam, the plasma beam, the gravity suit. Preferably also the screw attack. Screw attack's not required to beat the game, but would make doing Sector 5 a little bit faster. That's just a power bomb tank, I do not need it. See how powerful the Ice Beam is? It really does shred enemies pretty easily. I don't know if it does any extra damage above the regular beam or not. It feels like it does, though. Screw attack, nice! This will make going through Sector 5 a lot faster, because instead of going through Sector 5 to unlock the level 3 security doors, in order to change the state of Sector 5 so that we can unlock level 4 security doors, we can now skip straight to the back of Sector 5 by going through the tubes. And that will skip having to unlock level 3 security doors. It's also the most powerful attack in the game. It will delete enemies with a single touch. You are also invincible while spinning now. Plasma Beam, excellent! Our beam now pierces enemies. It's also now significantly more powerful. Now we're just missing a Charge Beam and Gravity Suit. Charge Beam can be anywhere. Gravity Suit can also be almost anywhere. Ooh, maybe it's here. Nope, they're just ice missiles. Now I believe we have a full complement of missiles. So missiles will now do, I believe it's 4.5 times damage. Times the normal damage, which is a respectable amount of damage. Of course, our beam is pretty busted as well. Look how quickly it shreds through enemies, and we do have the screw attack, so we are not lacking for offensive options. And our next objective is to go fight Zabi, the boss of Sector 2. Normally, it would have the high jump slash jump ball. We already have the high jump slash jump ball, so it obviously can't be that. If you do not have bombs, I recommend saving before fighting Zabi, because if you get hit once, you're dead. Without bombs, bombs is the only way to escape being swallowed. But I have bombs, so I don't have to worry about this boss. It just takes 10 shots. There's 2. And another 2. And one last 2, and he's in his final state. So now it just takes 4 more missile shots. I can only really sneak 2 in at a time, though. There we go. Now this core is probably only going to take 1 shot. It's an early game core. That was an E-tank. Now that we've defeated Zabi, all of the caterpillars on the stage go into these cocoons. Later in the game, I don't know at what state, they will transform into key hunters. It requires certain items. I believe it would require the gravity suit at this point. That was a bad shot. I'll just check to see what this item is and then move along. There's a powerbomb tank. There's one last item, actually 2 last items in Sector 2. One on the way, and the other near the entrance. Ultimately, that was a productive sector. We got Plasma Beam, one of the required items in the game. We got a good amount of energy as well. More health, more good. There's another E-tank, but more health, more good, as I've said many times before. So I will accept more E-tanks. Yeah, I didn't realize you could freeze these guys while they're in this state. Okay, now we're going to Sector 4 to clear out all the items there. So, Sector 4 is usually the third sector you go to in the game. Its boss is Ceres, who has the speed booster. You also need, so getting into Sector 4 is pretty easy. All you need is bombs. But getting out of Sector 4 is a little bit harder. You need either the gravity suit and the screw attack, or level 1 security doors and the screw attack. Gravity suit and speed booster, or the speed booster and level 1 security doors, or the space jump and bombs. And since you need bombs to go in, that basically just means you need space jump to go back out. There have been many runs where I've had to go into 4 to find the space jump to escape 4. That's just a missile tank, I don't need it. So our next objective is to fight Ceres, just up this way. It shouldn't take too long to fight Ceres because we have fully powered up missiles, which you're not supposed to have at this point in the game. You're only supposed to have, this is Sector 4, so you're only supposed to have regular missiles at this point. This is one of the few things that high jump's useful for. If you don't have the gravity suit, you need high jump to be able to get out of this tank of water. Alright, so nothing so far in 4, but there are the boss and 2 other items we can check. This is only going to take 2 missile shots. As I said earlier, game boss, you aren't supposed to have super missiles at this point, but we have fully powered up missiles. And the core, I think, will only take 1 shot. Nope, it takes 2, just. Alright, so that was a pointless detour, but that happens sometimes. Next we'll go to Sector 6, because I really don't want to go to Sector 5 yet. First, there are a few extra items to get. There's one down here. Those are just missiles. Ah. Didn't run for long enough. Also an item down here that requires the super missiles or the wave beam. Or screw attack works as well. That's another E-tank, but I will take the E-tank. Alright, so Sector 4, I got some health. I guess that's good. Now off to Sector 6. Sector 6 is usually the second to last sector you go into the game, the 5th sector. It has the Varia suit as its main upgrade. So Varia suit pretty much allows you to go into 5. Without it, you can't do 5. There's also some heated rooms you're not supposed to go into without the Varia suit. I still do so. So it's really just Sector 5 that you need the Varia suit for. Hang on, I think this is Sector 1? No, Sector 3. There's another item in Sector 1 we can grab now. You need to unlock level 2 security doors, or have the screw attack and enter through the tubes. The tubes being what I just checked out Sector 3 for. The tubes connect the different sectors together, without having to go to the main deck. This leads to Sector 5, which means I can check an item early. So I'm just going to do that real quick. This missile tank. There's level 3 security doors preventing us from leaving that room to go into Sector 5, so that's not a way to go into Sector 5. Where is my gravity suit? Here's another hidden room you're supposed to come back for. You actually need screw attack to access it. It's unlocked through the speed booster, but you need screw attack to destroy that little bump in the ground in order to actually get enough space to run in charge of a speed booster. These are just missiles. Another E-tank. And now comes to the interesting part of the game. I've gotten soft locked here a few times. You need power bombs to come through here. The reason I get soft locked is because I forget the fact that you need power bombs. You don't need power bombs in vanilla. What happens in vanilla is SAX, the main antagonist of the game, comes and uses power bombs to destroy that wall. You don't need to use power bombs, but SAX has been removed from everything except for the end of the game. So she's not going to show up to use power bombs there, so we need to use them ourselves. So there appears to be nothing in 6, that's fun. This is the boss room. The boss doesn't spawn without the charge beam, however. This climb is so annoying without the Varia suit, because these blue X parasites will home in on you if you don't have the Varia suit, and they do damage when you don't have the Varia suit. Sector 6 was nothing either. I guess we're off to Sector 5. Whoops. Missed my jump. Now that there was nothing in Sector 6, as I mentioned, we're going to Sector 5. I wanted to avoid doing Sector 5, but oh well. So Sector 5 is usually the 6th sector you go to in the game. The main boss of this sector is Nightmare, who gives you the gravity suit. The problem is Nightmare's in a place at a point of no return if you don't have the gravity suit and speed booster. So I won't be checking that boss anytime soon. It's also a difficult boss to fight. I don't even know if you can fight him without the charge beam. Here's a nice little shortcut. It saves you from going up and around if you have power bombs. These orange X barricades require the power bombs to break down. They usually drop a red X, which generates a lot of health, missiles, and power bombs for you. There's not much to say while I'm just going through the sectors, trying to find the 2 last pieces of the kit we need to beat the game. Ordinarily, I believe if you have, when Sector 5 is in this state where the pillar is up here, normally you can't get through it, but Screw Attack can destroy those pillars. So just a few more items to check in 5 before we're done. Oops. Okay, that's not going to work. Let's just do this, first and foremost. So now level 3, the yellow hatches are now active. Level 3 security is now unlocked. I'm going to do another loop to get 3 additional items. Yeah, hopefully 5 isn't barren too. That would be unfortunate. Now we go up to the data room. The reason we have to do a full loop is because there's this one-way gate, so we can't go back to where we came once we go this way. Ooh, I think it's something. No, just a power bomb tank. I must have missed its increase. Yeah, that's a fake A-tank. The real item's hidden right here. Alright, 2 more items to check in 5 before I have to go to the main sector to get the items there. Okay, one last item to check. I also have to, it's right up here. It's nothing! Sector 5 was barren too. Where is my progression items? Okay, there's 6 items in the main deck we can now grab. You know, that number keeps increasing, so as I remember more items. Oh, 7 items actually we can get. We can probably beat Yakuza with the missiles we have. There's also the plant boss in Sector 2. Oh, there's one more item I can check here. I forgot about this one. That's a missile tank. And one final item we can get by changing the state of Sector 5. So we'll just grab that real quick. First we have to leave Sector 5 and then come back. We don't have to leave all the way to the elevator, we just have to go into the elevator room. Oh. Apparently the state didn't change. I wonder what else I need. Alright, no matter. We'll just do our main sector items. There's a nice shortcut you can take right up here if you have screw attack and bombs. Pretty much gets us directly to where we need to get. That's just an E-tank. I will still take it. The path is up here and around. Now the animal room. Since we don't have a wave beam, we can't get this item early. We'll have to go through the habitation deck normally. But I think I can still check to see if it is an item first. It is something. Okay. I have to go even higher? I do. Oh, seriously, the X don't spawn unless you go all the way down to the ground? There we go. This is a speed booster block? It is, okay. There's my gravity suit. Alright, now we just need charge beam. There are now a few items we can check in 5 with the gravity suit, but we're going to clear out the rest of the main deck. First. This missile tank. Yeah, I guess I'll check reactor silo real quick. If it's not there, it's not there. Charge beam can be literally anywhere. There's nothing it blocks off, so it can be anywhere. I'm going to save just in case. We don't have the space jump, so if Yakuza doesn't have the space jump, we're going to get ourselves soft locked. That's a very hard jump to make. Right, it's not anything. Yakuza would be the space jump. The space jump's not required. I'm just going to reset this. And now we'll go unlock level 4 security doors. But first we have to get out of sector, the reactor silo. Which requires a bit of a shine spark. caution platforms are so annoying you can't spin when on them because I have the screw attack. So now that we have the gravity suit and level 3 doors unlocked, we should be able to go back to Sector 5 to get an extra item, and then go into the back half of Sector 5 to not fight Nightmare, but to check to see what all the items around Nightmare are. Yep, there we go. There's the explosion that signifies Sector 5 state change. We're gonna have to do the chute climb again, because we have to get up there to a shine spark. We got this item before, but there's actually an item hidden further behind it. It's not anything. See, now this drawer is ripped open, which allows us to access this area. There's also an item here. Okay, that's not anything. Whoops, this is the tubes. We don't need to go here. You're stuck. That's a soft lock. I can't believe I just did that. Fortunately, we saved when we're in Sector 5, so... And this is why I save frequently. There's a soft locks just like that. There we go. Made the jump this time. Item in here is power bomb tank. There's two more items we can get without having to fight Nightmare. I don't even know if I can fight Nightmare. Well, I can if I find the charge beam. I don't know how many missiles Nightmare needs, but I'm just going to take some extra ones. Powerbomb tank I do not need. Up here is a save room. I will make a safety save because I might be going to fight Nightmare. Just in case. I don't know if I can beat Nightmare, but I can certainly try. Hello, Nightmare. Nope. You cannot beat Nightmare without the charge beam. Come on, charge beam. These are missiles. We have definitely enough missiles to beat the game. And we have even more missiles. Where is my charge beam? I always hate it when charge beam or plasma beam are last to find because they can literally be anywhere. Well, we got level 4 security doors unlocked. There we go. You have to kill those golden crabs to unlock this door. And it's nothing. Where is my charge beam? Okay. What's going on? There it goes. Kept hitting up for some reason. Nothing much to say. This is basically the back part of Sector 4. You come here after unlocking level 4 security doors, and you have to try to escape this area. Escaping this area requires either diffusion missiles, which you usually get in vanilla in the Sector 4 data room, which is locked behind level 4 security doors. But you can also get out using the screw attack. Oops. Geez, we have so much health. I just need the charge beam, though. I guess, we'll go to Sector 2. There's a boss in Sector 2 we haven't beaten yet. This is why you need a fusion missile to get out of here. If it's not the second boss in Sector 2, I'm at a complete loss. The only thing that level 4 security doors unlock is something that... Oh, wait a second. There's 2 extra items in 6 that it could be as well. Now that we have level 4 security doors unlocked, we can go check those out. But first, we're going to be fighting a boss. This boss is usually the one that's choking the reactor core with all the plant life. And in the base game, that would shut off all the power. In this game, of course, shutting off all the power doesn't happen. But we still have that boss to go fight. There we go. Now we're just pumping full of missiles. This boss is a bit of a pushover, especially when you have full missiles. Fortunately, we had enough missiles to take him out. This is a late game core, so it does expect you to have super missiles at this point. In fact, I think you have everything but diffusion missiles at this point, so it's going to take about the normal amount of shots to take out. And what's it going to be? A missile tank. Ooh. Well, don't worry, there's still 2 last items in 6 that it can be. So we'll check those before checking the spoiler log. Wait, I never got this item? Okay, there's another item I can grab. Normally you need a space jump for this item, but if I'm coming down from the top here, I can just access it. And it's just missiles. It looks like I can't go back up that way. Okay, it will have been shorter to go back up that way, but I can't, so I guess I'm going back this way. Back to Sector 2. Fortunately, these have not yet turned into key hunters. It must be the space jump that's required for them to turn into key hunters. Alright, if the items aren't here, I don't know where else to go. There's a secret room that requires level 4 security doors, power bombs, screw attack, and speed booster to access. That's where we're off to right now. It's back in the same room, if you remember. I ran through and I said you needed the screw attack and the speed booster. And it was full of blue X's. We're going back to that room. Because I dropped a power bomb, I believe, there, and it destroyed a wall, but I never actually saw what was on the other side of that wall. Because what's on the other side of that wall is a level 4 security door. And also beyond this is a hidden room with missiles and power bombs. Okay. I'm genuinely stumped. Whoops, I forgot to say that Sector 6. Don't think it matters. Alright, I'm looking this up. Give me a second. I beans myself. I forgot an item in Sector 4. I usually get it early, which is the reason why I missed it this time. Because I thought, oh hey, I'll just get it later, and I completely forgot to get it. And that's where our last item is. I also know where Charge Beam is. It's in Zabi Zabi Speedway lower level. Zabi Zabi Speedway is a secret room past the Zabi Zabi boss that requires the space jump and screw attack to reach. Guess what we don't have? Space jump. Guess where space jump is? In Sector 4. So we're off to Sector 4 to grab Space Jump, and then off back to Sector 2 here to do the Zabi Zabi Speedway. Oh, I can't believe I messed the seat up so badly. See, I usually grab this item early, before I go through Sector 4, but I thought this time I would do it when I leave Sector 4, and I completely forgot about it. It's the electric power bomb tank, which would be this item over here. It should have even shown up on the map. No, I didn't go far enough down. Oh, it does show up on the map. It's that item that's currently on the map. This is the space jump. Annoyingly, when you get a major item in this corridor, the animation takes so long, these blocks regenerate, locking you in. Doesn't happen when you get a minor upgrade, like a missile tank or health. So now we have space jump. We can now jump in the air. This will allow us to basically reach any other point in the game. Specifically, there's a secret sector we have to go to in Sector 2 that has the charge beam. So ultimately this was an okay run. I'm a little bit bitter that I missed that speed boost, that space jump. I probably would have been able to beat the seed without looking at the spoilers, if that was the case, but... oh well, what's done is done. See, now that we have space jump, the key hunters are out in full force. They're not very scary though, because we have fully powered up beams. Now the question is, how do I do lower Zabi Speedway? Because I haven't done it in such a long time. I don't remember how to do Shine Spark. So it's right up here. And it's the lower item, so the upper item's nothing. It's this one down here. That is our charge beam. I think I have to do something like this. Well, that worked. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but it worked. Reading can now go beat the game. So now we have to go all the way back to the start of the game, to near the Sector 0 data room. Basically above the Sector 0 data room is a room where we can set the propulsion system on the station to crash into SR-388, destroying the planet completely with its self-destruct sequence. And why we're doing that is basically the Federation has taken an interest in X, much like the movie Alien, and once basically is interested in its combat potential. But the X are this terrifying parasitic life form, so we can't let them basically escape and spread all over the galaxy, where they basically propagate with no end and destroy everything. So we have to destroy all the X, which means blowing up the space station and destroying the planet they come from. So we're off to do that now. Okay, we're coming up on the final save point. This is the closest save point to the end of the game. This is why I like to think of this as basically the last save point before the point of no return. The point of no return is actually a bit further up, but it is the closest save point, so it's always the one I use. Just up here, we have a boss to do, the SAX. It can be a very difficult boss. if you don't know what to do. But if you follow this video, you shouldn't have any other problems ever again. Essentially, charge up your beam, wait for a shot, fire, repeat. Basically, you want to get her into this soft lock. There it is. When she stops onto the ground, you want to fire immediately then, and that knocks her back a bit and causes her to jump. And you want to just basically rinse, repeat until she's done. And that's how you can make the first fight pretty easy, the first phase, because there are more than one phase. I say pretty easy, I'm screwing this up a bit. Alright, there we go, phase 2. Phase 2 is a joke. She takes on her true form. This is the SAX. It jumps, just basically charge her beam and then fire when it lands. It will try to jump on you, so move out of the way. It's a fairly simple phase. Now the final phase is just the last beam core, the ice beam core. It works like any other beam core. Fire your missiles and jump. Fire your missiles and jump. It really helps to have the screw attack because you're invincible while spinning. Otherwise, you have to time it so that you clear the core in one go. And that's SAX. Now we just have to set the space station to careen into the planet and go escape on our ship.
Propulsion sequence activated. Destination planet SR-388. Activated. Destination planet
Inopportune time to take a drink of water there. I always like to charge up the Shine Spark and preserve it to this corridor here. I don't know if it's any faster, it just feels faster. It only works if you have the screw attack though. Oh no, our ship's not here. Where could it be? Yeah, it flew off. We have to deal with this, the Omega Metroid. Here's a 20-second cutscene where we wait for the XAS to come in. SAX. Essentially, she will try to attempt to defeat the boss, but fail, so it'll be up to us to take the SAX core, which gives us back our orange suit and all of our capacity. And now we can destroy the Omega Metroid. It's just charge attack, run in, release, and then run back. It's fairly simple. If you get hit, tap up repeatedly to stand back up. There we go. That was the Omega Metroid, and that was Metroid Fusion Randomizer. Thank you for joining me, especially if you watch all the way to the end. And stay tuned after the credits for the reveal of where all the items were. I don't think we missed any items, so I don't know what it's really going to reveal, but it's always nice to see. And also the in-game time, which is not really the best metric for this run because I died a lot, I reset a lot, but it will still be nice to see. So I will join you at that time. So here are the items. Charge team is obviously Zombie Speedway lower. High speed missile data, super missile data. Yeah, I don't think we missed anything. Yeah, I think we got all the items in the game, all the major upgrade items. And naturally, we get the speedrun picture, because of course we do. I can't remember what the time is, but we definitely beat it. An hour and 16 minutes. Okay, and our rate for collecting items is 50% even. Well, that was Metroid Fusion Randomizer. Thank you so much for watching again, and hopefully I will see you next mission.